Welcome back to Cast 11 Studios. I am joined today with Corey Carlson from Yavapai College. Your title does not quite define everything that you do over at Yavapai College. Care to elaborate a little bit?
Such is life. I've had so many titles. So my official title, content developer, but I do quite a bit more than that. That's a artifact of some of the older responsibilities as this position has evolved over time. I do a lot of program management, program development, so many things. Finding one title to encapsulate it all is very difficult.
Yeah. And nowadays, I think so many of us do so many jobs under what used to be, 3 people. We've now gotten really good at doing it with, 1 or 2. So, but you guys have recently gone through a big change over there with how you're helping people get some college credits, get some, we've been talking about the Quest Grant a lot. So do you care to just elaborate on that a little bit? Talk to me about kind of what that is and how it's helping people.
I should really know what Quest stands for at this point in the game. We're like 2 years into it. But it's really almost a non-traditional approach to how we're funding education. So through the Quest Grant, there's a couple avenues that we're pursuing. We are funding academics, some specific academics that fall under healthcare, IT, and then manufacturing. And so more academic on that end. And then we're also doing a non-traditional micro-credentialing with those 3 areas as well. So what we were able to do is purchase a lot of Coursera licenses. And Coursera is an amazing platform. I could spend hours talking about how cool it is. But in summary, it's classes from the most prestigious schools from all throughout the world. Wow. Harvard, University of Michigan, Oxford, you name it. One of those schools is teaching on there.
Really?
And yeah, there's over 12,000 courses on there, and just about anything you can find. And so we purchased a good amount of licenses with our Quest funding that we received. And through the Quest Grant, we are disseminating those licenses. So we've been able to disseminate at least about 60 up to this point. And so that's local students within Yavapai County and a few outliers outside of the county that have been able to take advantage of these amazing learning opportunities in those 3 areas.
That's great. So you said about 60. So it's, 60 more than we had, right? That are able to do something like this. I saw somewhere that they were doing, help with childcare, help with, maybe laptops. I know back in my day, that was one of the things that kept me from, going to college right away was, children, and where do you find the time to do that? And of course, back in my day, I don't think there were computers. So, we're just getting started with those, but it was, you guys have really removed so many obstacles for people to get these certificates, to be able to take these courses.
Yeah, that was the intention. I probably should have prefaced earlier, the Quest Grant was in response to the pandemic and trying to help people recover from that, those who have lost jobs or are currently underemployed. But yeah, those services we refer to as wraparound services. So gas, so you have a tire go out, whatnot, books, a computer. Those all fall under the purview of the Quest Grant, and we can take care of those.
That's awesome. As you're saying that, I remember back in my day, I had an issue with my car that was going to hinder me from working. And this was early, young married couple. And there was an opportunity that they fixed my car so that I could continue with my job and to continue, taking some of the classes at the school. So there was, smaller things in place then. So it's great that this is, continuing and able to help so many people out, because it's just, it's incredible. It's just like, the tiniest barriers,
Oh,
that
yes.
that we could fix, that we could, if only there was the funding to do it. And now you guys have found that and able to do that. So with the Quest grant and all of its popularity, I know this is a short program, right? It's only offered for a specific amount of time. When is the deadline for that?
So the deadline officially is, well, let's see, it's in 12 days from now.
Wow.
But we have heard some grumblings. They're getting a little bigger that we potentially might get renewed. That's what we are hoping for. We've seen this just take off. The success that Yavapai has had is really been unprecedented throughout the state. And so we've tried to, tell our story to all the legislators, anybody who can listen. Hey, we want to get this renewed. And we certainly are hoping it. It looks like it might. Fingers crossed. If we do get renewed, we're going to have that funding for another year, which would be amazing.
Awesome. So is there still time for people to sign up? I know you said 12 days. So the people that are out there that are listening to this, there's still time to get signed up. And I would think the more people that are signing up and then at that last minute could help push that into another year of services that we're showing, gosh, we were able to help maybe 100 people, or, they're going to see that there's really a need for that here in Yavapai County.
Yeah, that would be the hope. September 30th is, as of right now, is the official deadline. But yeah, so we've helped, 60 people in the micro-credentialing, and then we've helped a few hundred over in the academic side.
Wow.
So we've been able to make, quite a large footprint, and certainly hope we can continue to do so.
So perfect. Everything's online. So that's easy. So if you're working, if you've got kids, online programs are a perfect way to start getting these courses taken care of.
Mm-hmm. And the Coursera licenses, even though the deadline to sign up is September 30th, you can use that all the way up through June 30th of 25.
Okay. So kind of work at your own pace, get things done when you can get them done. Perfect.
And as a fan of Coursera, I've taken courses, left and right. If you look at my LinkedIn profile, you'll see all the certifications I've done just because I like to learn. But I've done some in a day, some it's taken me a few months. But yeah, you can really take advantage of that all the way up through middle of next year if you want.
That's awesome. Really, I mean, it's tremendous what you guys are doing for the community. That's great. What are some other things you guys are exploring and bringing to Yavapai County? So
a couple exciting partnerships that we've had recently. One of them is with the Pilot Institute. I think it's pilotinstitute.com. They are, I think we were talking earlier, they might be the largest online educator for aircraft and drone.
So my boss was saying, and he's pretty with it on that kind of stuff. So
yeah. They are just a great service in promoting learning in aviation sciences, drones. As a drone pilot myself, I've frequented their site and I'm subscribed to their YouTube. I love their information. Greg, who runs the Pilot Institute, just a great guy. But we've partnered with him to begin offering their drone courses through the REDC. And so it's exciting that we're able to make that partnership. Maybe down the road, we'll begin to offer a little more.
That's incredible. And he does all of that out at the mall, right? Is that the same guy?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You go to a mall, you kind of expect to go into stores, but his store is blocked off. But that's where all the magic happens, is behind those doors. And he has a great studio, tons of studios. It's cool
That's
stuff.
Awesome. So, you guys are partnering with them, and, anything else you want to touch on? Any other partnerships that's kind of come through from the Quest grant, or anything that's helpful for students?
Another partnership that we also have coming up to provide some fantastic training is through the United States Patent and Trade Office. So they are partnering with us. We're the first college to partner with them. And we are through them, we will be offering an 8-week free course for both patents and trade training. So, was it intellectual property thing, any ideas you have, it's important to take control of that. Unfortunately, we live in an era of, don't want to say dishonesty, but things get stolen, ideas get stolen.
Well, the idea, right? It's like, back in the day, you'd have, designs and everything, but something as simple as an idea can turn into a multi-million-dollar business or an app or something. So this would help me protect those ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, on how to file, patents or trademarks or whatnot. Personally, and when I'm not at Yavapai College, I'm a photographer.
Oh, wow.
And so, the idea of protecting my work is near and dear to me.
Absolutely.
Just this week, I've had like 2 people steal from me images that I'm learning the hard way. And so, I will definitely be participating in these myself, just so I can, better protect myself and my work.
Yeah. Unfortunately, so many people learn the hard way. You're trying to help people figure it out before they get burned, such as what's happening with your photos. But yeah, I don't think we realize we work so hard on something as simple as a picture. And it's, obviously it's your picture, but people taking credit for it. And interesting. Gosh, that's awesome. So that course, how do we, if somebody wanted to enroll in something like that, when does that start?
So the class starts October 1st, and you can register through our website for free, ycredc.com.
Is that the same way that they would get some information on the Quest grant?
Yes.
Perfect. So one more time, yc.redc?
ycredc.com.
Perfect. So if you're interested in getting some information on the Flight Institute or the patent class, or very importantly, the Quest grant, which is time is running out. Hopefully that gets extended. If you're interested, reach out immediately, quick as possible to ycredc.com.
Yeah, that's a mouthful.
Look at me. And I want to thank you guys for everything you're doing out there. As somebody I have 5 children of my own. I coach cheerleading, so I interact with 50 to 100 kids every year. I love what you guys are doing with the children in our community. You're making things so easy for them, dual enrollment, everything that is possible for these kids nowadays with the help of, not just the help, because of Yavapai College.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for everything you're doing for our community. And thank you so much for being here today.
Well, it's my pleasure. I appreciate the opportunity.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.